Hello and welcome to our very first Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman live here on YouTube and Facebook for the year 2023. I'm so excited for all of the things that I think are going to be available and open to us in today's aging woman community. So if you're joining us for maybe the first time, welcome. My name is Diane Parham. I am the creator of the online course and community, the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman. We have an amazing group that just started with us on December 31st of all days, who are going through the course for January. So stay tuned. I'll be sharing some of their amazing aha moments while they're in class with us. Welcome back to all of our graduates as well. I'm super excited to spend more time with you here in our community. So today I'm going to share with you what I think is the best weight loss advice for us as menopausal women or perimenopausal women or postmenopausal women. This applies to all seasons of hormonal change that we're going through in the year 2023. And I think and I hope you guys are noticing this change and trend as well, as far as how we are really showing up for ourselves as women in general, but specifically here in this community as women who are in fact going through some changes, right? And how society is interpreting that and how we are interpreting that for ourselves. And so this really does apply to weight loss because for a lot of us who are transitioning through hormonal changes, weight loss is the thing that really stops us in our tracks because all of the things we were doing before are no longer working for us. Or maybe we have just tripped on some new health situations that we never in our lives would have imagined we'd have to deal with. I am one of those people who, when I went for just an annual casual, physical with my doctor, when I was transitioning out of my 40s into my 50s, I came out with a pre-diabetic diagnosis. When I thought I was killing the fitness and nutrition game, the only thing that had changed for me was my hormonal makeup. And so that's what I'm here to share with you guys. We're going to do this a lot in 2023, helping us figure out how we can beat this if we haven't been diagnosed with anything or we haven't hit that wall yet, and then how we can come back from it if we have, because we all have an opportunity to make the change. So I have three things I'm going to talk to you about today. What I want us to really focus on in 2023, as always, is our mindset, right? Because nutrition is only going to make sense for you as long as you are making sensible thoughts about your nutritional choices. And so what I want us to really come to 2023 with is that mindset approach, and be very, very weary of someone who's going to tell you something that seems too good to be true or seems too desperate and drastic of a change, and if you're going to be able to keep that for the remainder of your life. And we are working on making changes that we can keep for the remainder of our life. So if you work with me as your coach, one of the things that I really focus on is your why, right? So I want you to think about why it is you want to lose weight in 2023. Like, what's that trigger for you that has you seeking out some changes that you might need to make, or maybe some different ways of thinking? If you can get really serious about your why and really honest with yourself about your why, you will never, ever have to seek out a fatty or trendy diet ever again, because your why should be the thing that gut punch you get when you think about it, and it's going to trigger the decisions you're going to make in your life about how you care for yourself, no matter what else is going on around you. We have proof of why our why is so important from just the past couple of years that we all survived, right? There are a lot of people who came out of the last couple of years just feeling like situationally they got beat up, right? Situations changed, and so they weren't really clear on their why. And so they made decisions based on a short-term situation and not a long-term goal. We here in this community focus on how we want to see our future self. So it doesn't matter what's going on in the world around me. I'm looking 20 years down the road. How do I want to show up? How do I want to look? How do I want to feel? And those are decisions I'm making for myself today. So in 2023, get really clear on your why. Why do you want to lose weight? And it should be so that you can show up as your most authentic self decades down the road. It's not so you can look a certain way at a wedding or look a certain way at spring break vacation, or look a certain way next week when you have to put on a dress that you're a little bit frantic about because you haven't been taking care of yourself and you're wondering if it's going to even fit you, right? We make decisions that are going to sustain us consistently over time. So get really clear on your why. My why, if you're curious, is because I want to make sure that I continue to look and feel my best and show up as my most authentic self for the grandkids I don't know about yet, right? So I've got 10, 20, 30 years down the road that I'm looking at, and this is why I show up every day making decisions that I make. When you get it really clear and it almost gives you goosebumps, you know that that's that right why. The second thing I think is the best piece of advice we could have for ourselves as menopausal women for 2023, and the thing that we all say we want, and that's to lose weight, is how? How are you using food in your everyday life? If you're continuing to use food to cure boredom, make you feel better about a situation you feel is a little bit out of control, if you're still using food to manage stress, if you're still using food to punish or reward yourself, or you're using food in an unconscious state, we're going to have some problems going down the road. So how we use food is the second piece of advice I think we really need to focus on and work on and become really honest about in 2023 if we really want to keep showing up and looking our best, right? Because we have been conditioned to use food in all the wrong ways. And so when you get really clear about that, this is where we start to make some change. This is the beautiful thing about intermittent fasting and how we teach it and practice it here in this community. Food is often the problem that we haven't connected to why this is an issue for us, right? Because we're relying on someone else's food plan, or my God, if I just count the macros, or if I just eliminate these things in my life, then all the weight should fall off. But if we don't really figure out this part, how are we using that food in our life and what kind of situations, then it doesn't really matter what you're eating. You're just using food inappropriately. And when we use food inappropriately, we have a new problem that we have to manage. So how is it that food is showing up in your life? And more importantly, how are you showing up for food in your life? And are you using it in an appropriate way? There's no diet or perfect meal plan or certain macro goal that you can achieve that will be successful for you if you haven't figured out how you are using food in your own life, because all of that will go out the window when we haven't figured this part out either, right? And situationally things change, and if we're using food inappropriately, the situation will put you in that appropriate use of food. And then what actually is going to allow you to look and feel your best and do that in your most authentic way? Like, what kind of lifestyle can you create for yourself so that no matter what, again, is going on around you, this, and this, the way you show up, what you're going to do on rinse and repeat, that is going to allow you to look and feel your best. And when you look and feel your best, and you guys are going to see this if you're in the January 2023 intermittent fasting course, you're going to see this at about day 7. If you're a graduate, go back and go over your notes. You'll see it at about day 7. And if you're continually rinsing and repeating what we taught in class, you're going to see this every single day. When this is where you're leading from, you looking and feeling your best, then being authentic just naturally falls into place, because you're not going to ever make decisions for you based on what someone else is saying is going to be better, easier, cheaper, whatever it is, right? You're going to do things with the conviction that you created with your why, by managing how it is you show up around food. And then the what you do is rinse and repeat what is already working for you. You're not going to be desperately seeking out the new fads. You're not going to be desperately seeking out the new approach. You're not, because you've already figured it out. You have figured out what makes you look and feel your best, and that's all we need. Intermittent fasting in this community, we use it as a tool to eliminate the problem for a good portion of our day, so that we have to sit in our own discomfort without food. Because oftentimes this part right here is what we use to become comfortable in a moment, because we just shove down the feelings and the discomfort with a food situation, right? And then we don't resolve the problem, and we don't know what it means to be authentic because we don't understand how to sit in our feelings. A woman who is comfortable and confident in a state of hungry and emptiness is a woman who can manage her entire life regardless of what's going on around her. And when you can manage your life without the need for food and or drink to pacify you, this will no longer be a problem because you will always stay in control. I love talking about intermittent fasting from the scientific standpoint because it's fascinating what our body is capable of doing if we just kind of scooch out of the way and let it do its magic, right? And we can always talk about nutrition and the benefits of proper nutrition and the benefits of certain ingredients and all of those kind of things. But after 30 years of being in this industry with coaching women on weight loss and creating an authentic life for themselves and really working on their fitness goals so that they can stay in their life physically for their future self, 30 years, the most common denominator with our community is this. The most common denominator with where we find ourselves getting stuck, where we find ourselves feeling disappointed, where we find ourselves in negative self-talk is always the mindset in which we're showing up to make those decisions. And in 2023, we are going to go hard on mindset. We're going to go deep on our mindset, and we're going to lead with our mindset, because if I can help you change your mind, I can help you really evaluate the thoughts that you are having in your decision-making process, then my friends, the problems that we think we're going to have will never surface because we are already one step ahead. So I know we're getting inundated with the ads. I know we're getting inundated with, oh my gosh, this is the next best thing in 2023. And what I'm here to tell you is you already have everything that you need. You already have everything that you need. All we need to work on is reframing our mindset so that we can continue to show up, rinse and repeat, and practice a new way of showing up for ourselves. And that is the best weight loss advice and the best diet advice I will ever be able to offer anyone, regardless of what year it is. So I'm excited for us. I hope you will get comfortable here in our community. I hope you will subscribe and follow and do all the things so that you feel like you've made a commitment to making these changes for yourself. We're not doing anything drastic this year. We're not going to make any big turns or shifts. We're just going to keep honing in on the very basic things that we all know that we really want for ourselves. And that is just an opportunity to live out these next decades of our life looking and feeling our best. And yes, we're going to be doing that in our most authentic way. And I'm going to keep saying that over and over again. So get ready for it. Okay, let's see who we have here live in our comment section. Remember, these go up as videos on Facebook and YouTube, so you're more than willing to come back and watch them if you missed the lives. I make this community very, very convenient for all of us, so you can catch it live. That's great. If you catch it on the rebroadcast, we welcome you as well. And I do want you to feel very comfortable here, very confident here, and very welcome here. This is a very loving community, and we're just going to expand on that in the coming year. Becky, good evening from Germany. Well, good evening, my friend. Happy New Year to everyone making and eating my dinner as I listen to this live. How fun is that? I think that is fascinating that you get to be in another part of the world and you get to join us live while you're having your dinner, and probably most of us haven't even broken our fast yet. So enjoy that feast, my friend. Rebecca from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm so glad to be back in the swing of this lifestyle. I took a pause during the holidays and I sure regretted it. I'm going strong and loving it. Okay, good. Okay, yeah. So just know that like you guys can take your pauses. Hopefully at some point we won't pause anymore and we'll just keep continuing on what we're doing. But I'm always going to be here for you. So Rebecca, I'm glad you're back. We welcome you back with open arms. Hopefully you'll get yourself back on track really quickly. And then what I want you to do, Rebecca, spend a little time asking yourself, maybe ask yourself why you took the pause, right? How it is you showed up during the pause, and what that pause revealed for you. And is it going to be worth pausing again next year? Or can you just rinse and repeat and make maybe a couple exceptions, but not use the dialogue of completely pausing from this lifestyle throughout the entire holiday season, and see how that works out for you. Annie, hello, my friend. It is so good to see you here today. Sherry, hello and happy Monday. Happy Monday and happy New Year. So my husband and I, like holidays are just kind of like I don't know, they just kind of come and go. Like we don't really it's not a big thing for us. And so we went out yesterday trying to get all these things done without even realizing that yesterday was like a holiday, and like today is a holiday too. Like, so weird. So happy holidays, I guess. Today's the last day of that. Diane, it's so good to see you, my friend. Diane is a graduate. I think you were 2017, 2018, and she has decided to go through the January 23 class as a little refresher for herself to kind of get the things that she learned in the class she took a few years ago in the forefront of her mind. And girlfriend, I'm super proud of you for doing that for yourself. And I'm glad that you're in class with us this month. Beth from Sandy Pond, New York on Lake Ontario. Welcome, my friend. Hopefully the weather is good for you there. Janet, good morning. July 22 graduate from Nevada. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Hope your family's doing well. Always love having you back here with us. Kat, do you think it's normal for your blood sugar to go as low as 38 when you do a 3-day water fast? Thank you for all you do. I don't know because I don't know you, so I don't know what normal is. I'm sure there's probably some low guidelines that would be advised that you break your fast if it were to go that low. I know always the advice I give people is if you feel like something's not right, that's when you decide to break your fast. I am not a proponent of 3-day water fasting. So I am definitely more an expert in the intermittent fasting aspect of things. So I would say maybe do some research on that, see how you felt, maybe talk it over with your doctor. I don't know. But you have to kind of go on how your body's feeling for sure. Pillar, happy New Year. Beth, 36 pounds lost since 9/2. Girlfriend, I would say that is some great weight loss heading into 2023 for sure. And I bet you feel amazing. And that's really what I'm going to be focusing on a lot in 2023 too, is do things that make you feel amazing. When you focus on the how you want to feel, then the things that we tend to be hyper focused on, like weight loss and what size clothes am I wearing and all those kind of things, they become second nature and they'll just happen naturally. And then those are the wins that are just super fun to celebrate. So Beth, congratulations for you on that one. Diane with the DYANN. Hello. Happy New Year from Midland, Texas. Natalie, August 22 grad. Life is so much better. Feeling so much better health-wise and mind-wise. Thank you for helping me get the correct mindset. Yes, Natalie, I'm so happy for you. And I'm glad that you have all those feels in there, because that is really what I want everyone to feel here in this community, right? And one of the things I was thinking about when I was working out today is my workout mantra for 2023 is I work out so I can take up space in my future. I don't work out to make my body smaller, right? Because we don't want to play small, we want to play big. And so what I'm going to be doing and focusing on in 2023 with my life is how can I show up and be bigger? And most of my life as a woman from very young years of probably teenage years, all I wanted to be was smaller. And 2023, my mantra is going to be, I'm going to show up big and take up space. And so hopefully you guys can adapt that too, if that's going to serve you. Paulette, 2023, ready, set, go. Yes. Kai, love 24 and you. Thank you, Diane. You're super welcome, my friend. I love you too. Thanks for being here with us. 20 hours of fasting is super fun. Super, super fun. Leona, hi, Diane and everyone. I'm really enjoying the January class. Yes. And girlfriend, you're only like 2 official lessons in. Wednesday, Thursday are like pivotal days for you guys in class. So just kind of pay attention to that. And then by Friday, it's like everything just clicks in. So I cannot wait to share your guys' aha moments next week with our community here on You're Doing Great Things. Eloise, hello from Texas City, Texas. Lots of love. Girlfriend, I hope you had an amazing holiday season. I hope you have your exit strategy already implemented and you're doing great things. Sheila, happy new IF year to everyone from Finland. I started the course yesterday. Good luck to everyone on this healthy path. Sheila, so excited for you. We have someone from Croatia. I think we have someone from Germany. We have someone from Finland. The international makeup of our community just absolutely lights me on fire. I love that we get to have an opportunity for every woman around the world, regardless of how you show up and where you live, or how you show up for your season of life, or whatever it is, you get to have an opportunity to play with us. And I'm super excited for that. And I'm super happy to have you in class with us. Becky from New Orleans, love the mindset talk. Good. We're going to keep them coming. Beth, I did my exercises this morning. I did 3 sets of diddly squats. That's hilarious. That's a great way to name squats. So you kind of like, lose a thought of what that they're torturous or whatever. So I like that. Leona, happy new year 2023 to all. Sharon, happy new year, first time on live. Well, Sharon, welcome. Hopefully you are comfortable here with us. We love having you guys here on the live. We also love the rebroadcast. So I never want to think you guys, if you can't come to the live, that you're not welcome. We love it all. And I do try to make sure I circle back around and notice you if you leave comments on the rebroadcast also. I'm really excited for this year because for me personally, I feel like this is the first year in a couple of years that I feel like everything's going to be really okay. I feel like things have settled down from the last couple of years. I feel like a lot of things have opened up for so many different subgroups of people. And I think our subgroup of people is one of those that things have really opened up for. And we're going to lean really hard into that and take advantage of every opportunity that's available to us. I believe like this 40 plus age is really an opportunity that so many of us need to get serious about taking full advantage of. And I think for some women who are going through these changes, if we're not doing it with the right mindset, we do really feel, and this is where I was 6 or 7 years ago, I felt like, oh my gosh, if this is the way it's going to be, this is going to be a drag. And I can tell you now at 56, I don't have those feelings anymore. I'm like, I'm grabbing life by, both horns, I guess is what they say. And I'm going to go for it all. Right. And I'm not going to let age or season or hormonal status or any of those things slow me down. And I don't want you to let it slow you down either. So we're going to take advantage of it all. And it starts with us really having that internal confidence. That's where the authentic part comes. And then having those opportunities that we get to create where we do get to look and feel our best. And we don't have to explain that to anyone else. That's us doing that for us. And so I'm super happy to have you all here. And I'm really excited to have all of our new people here as well. Lisa, today I've given up alcohol for at least 1 month. There's a lot of that going on. A little dry January. I love it. I think it is one of those things that's super fun to test out. I've done it several times in my life and am currently on the same mission, just really reevaluating like why I let a certain thing show up in my life, right? So the why is alcohol something that I'm letting in, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a thing, right? How I show up when I make those decisions to have a cocktail or whatever, and then what that end result of that decision is, right? And so I say I would put all these into perspective, Elisa, and really like hone in on that and then see where you come out in a month. And then at the end of the month, do some really good evaluation of that. Like, what did you miss? How did you feel? Could you do another month? Like, did you feel like you were missing out? Like, did you feel like you had to make up for it somewhere else? Like, all of those are really good self-evaluation questions to ask when you get to the end of that month. And then let us know how it worked out for you. I'm super excited. Rebecca, I think I know what you mean about rinse and repeat, but could you explain it? Yeah. So oftentimes, especially in this arena, right, this industry of weight loss and New Year's resolution type of things, is we think I'm doing this thing, but there has to be something better, right? Or every day when I eat, I need to create some new fantastic thing, right? Or I have to keep looking for new things to implement. And what I really like to teach here is once you figured something out, all you really need to do is stay on that path. So rinse and repeat is the phrase that I use. And if you follow me on Instagram, in December, like my goal was to have tacos and salads like almost a whole month, right? And different ways of showing up for and creating salads and tacos. And it was fun. Like, and then I had nachos like a couple nights in a row. And like people in the diet industry or this industry, if I say the word nachos, freak out, right? Because we associate nachos with being like an unhealthy choice or whatever. You can make any food healthy that you want to make healthy. And so I call nachos like nachos equals salads plus tacos. And so it's just a combination of the things that I was doing. And it was super fun. And I don't feel any better or worse because of it. It was just a fun thing to think about. And I rinsed and repeat tacos and salad for the whole month. And that's all it is. You do not have to go out and recreate some phenomenal thing to get results. You just hone in on what's working for you. Take the pressure off, make life super simple, make your grocery shopping simple by just repeating the same foods that you've already identified that work for you. Eliminate the ones that don't, rinse and repeat that too. And then it's supposed to just be a fluid part of our life. It's not finding food or creating a lifestyle where you can look and feel your best should just be part of who we are. It shouldn't always be some huge endeavor that we're trying to undertake. And once we really simplify it and do that rinse and repeat, then that's what really makes it super fun and makes it achievable for a lot of us. Lisa, I'm so much more aware of eating my feelings and stress now that I am doing IF. Awareness equals control and success. So when you take the problem out of the equation, and for a lot of us is the problem is mindless eating and drinking and not really figuring out how it is we're showing up when food is present because we're checked out. So when you're forcing and you've made the commitment of I'm not going to eat during these times, and then you feel discomfort, the decision to fast is what catches you in your tracks and brings you back to that state of consciousness. Because what happens when we're not fasting is we just eat because that's what we always done, or because we walked by the kitchen and we grabbed a handful of this. And so you might even catch yourself, right, going, oh my gosh, I almost ate because I wasn't thinking. So that's what I teach inside the intermittent fasting course is I teach you to think when you're in a fasted state. And so girlfriend, sounds like it's working for you. I'm super happy for you. Diana, November 22 grad, after eating a clean diet for 18 months and being at goal weight, I made the decision to eat bad food New Year's Eve. Well, I slept horrible and felt horrible after. Never again, back at it. Okay. So Diana, let me use you as an example of one is the rinse and repeat, and two, why we think we have to do certain things in menopause, like prescription wise or whatever, to get a good night's sleep, right? And someone else in our intermittent fasting course posted her sleep and how great it is as well. So bad sleep is, and feeling horrible, are lifestyle choices. So yes, do we have to make different lifestyle choices because we are going through hormonal changes? 100%. But what I want the proof to be for Diana and what she's sharing here as a graduate of class is that when you do XYZ things, you can feel great. And all you have to do is listen to the signs and signals that your body is sending you. Then when you make a different set of decisions, right? Same person, you start to sleep horrible again and you start to feel horrible again. And it's only because you just made different lifestyle choices. So now Diana is going to go back to what she learned in November 2022. Jump back into your class if you want. We're all going through the same week. Do the first week of class. And by the end of the week, girlfriend, you'll be right back on track for sure. And you'll be sleeping great again and feeling great again. Jackie, in the January class, I'm loving it. It's all about mindset. Our minds are powerful and we can use them to take control. Amen, sister. Amen. I love that. Linda, love this plan. Yes. Try again at 40. I think the how question is hardest for me. How? Yeah, that's the hardest question for most of us. So just recognize that. And then what I want you to go to is, why is it hard for you? Like, what about food, right, is hard for you to figure out how you're showing up for it? And sometimes it is just conditioning of the brain. We had someone in our class talk about how they were told that they have to clean their plate off, right? Like when they were little. So if whatever food's on your plate, you have to clean it, which means you have to eat it, right? Well, cleaning your plate could also mean throwing it in the trash, right? So we think cleaning our plate is eating everything that is on our plate. Well, if that's not working well for you, you can think something different. You can think something different. So remember, as grown women, we get to decide how we show up around food. And if cleaning your plate is not working for you, decide something else. And so try again at 40. I would do some thought work on why that is, right? And then jump into class with us if you're not a graduate. If you really want to reframe your mindset about how that is working for you and create something that can work better for you, I would say get into class with us for sure. Renee, happy new year. So thankful for all these live sessions. Love having all of this knowledge in my healthy lifestyle toolbox. Yeah, for sure. Make sure you guys are like getting a journal or something, even just a little like 3-ring, like one of these kind of things. It doesn't have to be expensive. Just get something like this. Come to these lives as if you're coming to class or you're in some sort of like mastermind or something, and take notes, because then you can refer back to your notes. And what I teach inside the intermittent fasting course is, on the day something clicks for you, you put a star on that page, or you like dog ear the corner. And then when you feel like you're going off track, go look for the dog-eared corners. Go look for the stars on your page and remind yourself. It's just as simple. I just implement these things. Janet, my why, 68 years old with grandkids, 2, 4, and 5. I plan on participating in their lives, not just observing. Janet, that's the one thing about you that always just makes my heart feel so full of love and joy, is I remember when you went through all of that mindset shifting when you were in class with us and when you were doing some of the other courses with us, and you made that decision, and you did big things to make that happen. So I'm so happy that your grandkids get to be part of your life as well as you being a part of their life. That's going to be big, because a lot of grandkids today don't have grandparents, right? So what a great gift you're giving to not only your grandkids, but your kids as well. Dale, current January participant. Yesterday, I realized my unconscious eating while fasting. What an aha moment, right? Dale, that's 2 days in. We have like a whole month of doing that kind of stuff. And so pay attention to that. That right there, that aha moment that you had, Dale, is so much more powerful than how many calories you eat in a day. Or did I get enough kale today? Or any kind of macro count. Like, you recognizing unconscious eating is going to be the thing that is going to help you be successful throughout class and for years to come. And so pay attention to all of those things, because those are the lessons that are going to really help you live a long and healthy life for sure. Sylvia from Germany here, August 22 grad. Sylvia, I think you're our second Germany person here today. Welcome. I can't wait to see you inside the Midlife Mindset Shift course as soon as we're done here. I am living proof of what you were saying, Diane. I spent the weekend making some serious memories. I was genuine, making choices, putting my well-being first, and was kind about it. I knew my why. Yes, 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 yes. You can participate in your life and still do good things for yourself. You can participate in your life and still treat your body well. You can participate in your life and not mess up what you've spent so much time creating for yourself. And so, Sylvia, I'm super happy for you, because you knew your why, right? And the why will always drive things back home for you. Girl, you've come a long way. I'm really proud of you. Becky, I also took some pauses during the holidays, except for one day. Still did, I think, at least 15 to 16 hours of fasting. It's okay to be good to me anyway and love it all. Yep, for sure. Mary Ann, good morning and happy new year. Thank you for all you do. Mindset is key, loving 24. Yes. Annie, hello from Texas. Excited to be here and learn all the things IF and the mindset that goes with it. You are awesome, Diane. Thank you, Annie. Where are you in Texas, girlfriend? We might be neighbors. Susan, happy new year. Susan from Kenya. There we go. Kenya in the January class and loving the intros. Looking forward to hormonal balance and weight loss bonus. Yeah, Susan. So that's one of the things. It's my favorite, one of my favorites. The intros and then the aha moments are like my favorite parts of class, because what we get when we have hundreds of women from all over the world and coming from all different walks of life share their intros, what we realize is that we are not broken individuals, right? It's not us as the person. It's society and a season and a shift that all women go through. And it makes us feel like everything's going to be okay. So hopefully you got that feeling as well. And it always just reaffirms for me that the work that we're doing here is good work, because we are going to see the healing happen over the next 3 weeks. So I'm super happy for you, my friend. Joe, any suggestions for getting past stalls and weight loss? November grad and current midlife mindset ship member, but continue to fast, but stuck. Okay. I always call an opportunity for your body to pause as just your body's going to decide it's doing something else, right? So a pause in weight loss means that your body's working really hard on fixing something else. If you stay the course and you're really honest with your why, your how, and your what, weight loss will kick back in when your body is ready. Your brain thinks it should be happening continuously, and your body is like, no, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And sometimes I need to pause and take a little break, and I'll get back to that when that becomes a priority, right? And so just give yourself some grace. And if, as long as you got this down, this down, this down, and you're rinsing and repeating, it will happen. I promise. Annie, way to go, Beth. Yes, for sure. Go, Beth. See, come back here. Come here and share your wins, and you'll get this whole community of women who are going to be cheering for you. I love it. Happy New Year's Eve. Pop Tart. Hi, everyone. I lost 45 pounds and I want to build muscle. Okay, so then make sure when you're doing things in the gym, you're doing things to build muscle, right? So that you're not disappointed in results that you're not getting. Becky, question, does sugar often feed inflammation? I have lost some weight already, 2 months, 24 IF so far, and hope, for example, easing a joint pain as well. Yes, sugar is directly linked to inflammation. And so I would really focus on that. Now, the thing that we have to make sure we're not doing is becoming like super hyper focused on 100% eliminating sugar, because I don't think that that's a very realistic way to live. So I want you to find areas where sugar is showing up that may not be necessary, right? And then getting rid of that. The other thing that will really help with inflammation is making sure that you're really honest about where certain oils are showing up in your life. So canola oil has been linked to inflammation. Soybean oil is 100% linked to inflammation. And then dairy can be as well. So look at all the known allergens. I would look at those first and then get rid of any unnecessary sugar, and then kind of see how that plays out. Tanya, great to be on board from New Zealand and refocusing on 2023 on me for me. Blessings to everyone in the community for 2023. Yes, refocusing on 2023 for you, because of you, for you, all the yous. Be very selfish about it. And then we also have that saying that we have adopted here in our community, I don't care. It doesn't mean I don't care about you. It means I don't care about what you think about what I'm doing. I'm doing this for me, right? And so if you come with all that attitude, girlfriend, you're going to be super successful for sure. Eloise, Happy New Year, everyone. Getting familiar with my Lumen. I'm going to go back and watch your videos on Lumen. I'm super excited about it. Yeah. And I don't know, Eloise, if you're on Instagram or not, but I do very specific Lumen questions and answers on Friday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time over there. You can always go there and ask me questions too. Amanda, Happy New Year. I feel I'm at the right weight since starting your course in November, down 8 pounds, doing IF strictly for my health and well-being. I've learned so much from this course. Thank you. You're welcome, my friend, and thank you for trusting me with you. I love that we have women in our community who are at a goal weight into menopause. That's what we want to live for ourselves, right? Being at a goal weight that feels authentic to you and just rinsing and repeating. So Amanda, keep us posted, girlfriend. You're doing great things. Kelly, hello there. Just started back with IF, feeling better just after week 1. All that takes is that first week. So inside the intermittent fasting course, the first week, all we focus on is fasting, because I want you to have that confirmation in your brain that you can do this. The second week, we work on intermittent feasting and making food choices and a lot of this, right? And then the third week, we talk about how it is we're showing up for ourselves socially and emotionally, with these kind of changes that we've made. So we hit it all. Mel, Happy New Year. September grad, took a pause for the holiday and regret that decision. The pain in my hip is back and I feel sluggish. Pause. So not worth it. Back on track. Yeah, that's what we have to do. So I would write that down, right? Because next year, you might not remember the feeling you have today. So if you have a calendar that goes a year out, I would pull it to like the November, December timeframe and make a note for yourself of what pausing this year did for you, so that you already have a plan for the future. You're not going to pause again. We often forget the feeling physically when emotionally we're in a different place. So forward think that one. The diddly squats was epic. It made me chuckle with laughter. So thank you, Beth. Yes, for sure. Let's all do some diddly squats today. Misty, Happy New Year. I'm in the January 23 class, second day of fasting. Girlfriend, crush it this month. Go all in. Use me inside the community group. Tag me as much as you want. I will be there when you tag me for sure. I'll be cheering you on, answering any questions that you have. But go all in. You deserve to come out of this month really with that confidence that you really know how to take care of yourself and you know how to do it in your authentic way. Kim, hello from Sydney, Australia. Welcome. Lori, good morning. In the mindset, in the midst of class with you, and I'm excited for the changes I'm already making to support my current and future Living Fully goals. Love it. I love these lives. Thanks, Diane. Yeah, you're welcome. I love to have these lives on Mondays and Thursdays because I don't want you to think that one, once you've taken class, you're just going to be left, right? Nope. You always come back as a grad. So you'll always be supported even after you've taken the class. I want you to come to these lives knowing that you're going to be supported whether you're going to take class or not. I don't care. Like, I hope you take class, but there's a lot of people inside class this month that have watched us live here for an entire year before jumping in. So however long it takes you to do whatever you got to do to come into class, we're just going to keep showing up, and hopefully at some point you're going to get that urge to just jump in with us. But girlfriend, I'm excited to have you in class with us for sure. Ruth, Happy New Year. All the best in 2023. Eloise, you are so sweet, my friend. We love and appreciate you for showing up, not only for your family, but for us as well. Thank you. Eloise, I appreciate you, my friend. That is very generous. And I love having you here with us. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate you for sure. Annie, I'm north of you in Sherman, Texas. Okay. So are you more along probably the Oklahoma side of things, I'm guessing? Miss B, hi Diane, been watching for months and appreciate all your advice and tough love. I'm working on consistency. I turned 63 this month and finally moving the scale in the right direction. Miss B, I'm proud of you. I am so proud of you for showing up and being here with us. Maybe someday we'll get you in class and we can call you a graduate, but just keep rinsing, repeating what you're doing, and that scale will keep moving in the right direction. Becky, I don't notice much change immediately so far if I get off course, so that feeling doesn't motivate. I don't notice much change immediately so far if I get off course, so that feeling doesn't motivate. Yeah, so if you don't get a bad feeling by going off course, then maybe you have some room for some flexibility, right? But just keep an eye on that for sure. Everyone's different, so everyone's going to show up differently for sure. Becky, you just mentioned dairy, have just gotten back into milk away from oat milk, love yogurt, whether that's an issue. Is it necessary to do 30-day tests or can we see results quicker? Sometimes the results are immediate, right? So the thing about giving yourself 30 days is milk shows up in a lot of different places. It's not just grabbing a gallon and pouring yourself a glass of milk. So dairy shows up in a lot of food byproduct type of things. It shows up on ingredients labels. It shows up in some really interesting places. So the 30 days gives you an opportunity to find all the hidden dairy things, eliminate those, then give yourself a true detox, and then you add it back in and you will see. So there are some dairy that I can have in my life now, but I can only have it because I have done that 30-day test. And so I also know the things that I can avoid. And sometimes the things that I avoid in dairy are just the cheap filler dairies, and I will not touch a glass of milk, but I can have some cheese, right? Goat cheese is one of those things that just sets my gut on fire. Cannot have it. I would not have known that unless I tested those things out. So the 30-day test is worth it for sure. It's very interesting. Nancy, July 22 grad, 65, loved all the compliments I received over the holidays. I did not pause and made sure I had my daily rowing sessions, even extended rows. You go, my friend. And yes, those compliments are super fun for sure, because you're not doing anything crazy, right? You're not doing anything drastic. You earned every single one of them, and you are doing all the things so you can show up looking and feeling your best, and then doing that in your most authentic way. So I hope you practice what I teach here too. And when you receive a compliment, look the person in the eye and say, thank you very much. Like, take that compliment 100%. It is yours. Dairy is a big inflammation thing for me. Yeah, dairy also is the thing that causes a lot of seasonal allergies, believe it or not. So if you're the kind of person who suffers from seasonal allergies and you're taking Zyrtec every season or whatever, try eliminating dairy. Dairy is one of those things that causes all kinds of mucus flare-ups and backups. And so it can be one of those things that we never would connect unless we test it out. Gluten is the thing. Gluten and soy are the two things that were the biggest ahas in connecting some of the problems I was having. I never would have connected those unless I did those 30-day tests. Dairy's always been a problem for me, even when I was younger. So the obvious dairy made sense, but it wasn't until I really started digging into ingredients labels and I Didn't even think about that until I was having problems with nursing my kids, and they had dairy problems also. And it was ingredients in foods that seemed like they didn't have dairy in them. And that's how sensitive our bodies can be to those kind of things. Whey protein is another one of those things that we don't think about being bad because it's so pushed in the fitness industry. But whey protein is a huge inflammatory kind of dairy, especially for women. So if you're having digestive issues, constipation issues, bloating issues, inflammation issues, I would get whey out also. And whey is in a lot of protein powders, a lot of supplements, and it's also in a lot of everyday food ingredients. So look for that one as well. Okay, well, it has been a super fun day. Eloise, you just absolutely warm my heart with your generosity. I love you, and I'm so grateful for you being in our community. You are the sweetest thing ever, so thank you for that. February 2023 Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course is open for registration. I put the links in the comments. I put the links in the description box. Don't wait a year. Don't wait a year. If you're having that feeling in your gut, like, could this be possible for me? Could I have the same results other people are talking about? Use the could to just join. We take really good care of you. And once you join and get yourself registered, you get the intermittent fasting guide and you get the intermittent feasting guide. So I give you all the tips and tricks about some things to look for in your nutrition labels. I give you some really good ideas for some things you can implement right now in your feasting window. So you'll get to use those 30 days before we even start class. Don't wait. Get yourself registered. As soon as you make that commitment to hit, I'm ready to go, everything in your mindset will change because you've already joined, right? So don't procrastinate on that one. If you feel the urge, get in with us. If you're not ready, we're just going to keep showing up and we're just going to keep proving to you how great this is. And then hopefully when you're ready, you will join in with us. Okay, I got to run. I got a midlife mindset shift course. I need to go do a live coaching call with them in our private community. I will see you guys back here on Thursday at noon Central Standard Time, and we'll talk about something amazing for us as well. Link didn't work. Okay, let me see if I maybe did something funky. Let me get the link for her really quick before we bump out of here. For today's aging woman, I think it's good. Let me post it for you, my friend, so you can get into class with us. I would love to have you. Let's see. For today's agingwoman.com, find out more. Yeah, there we go. Laura, I just posted it again. So see if it works this time. If not, Laura, I'm talking to Laura Smith right here. You can email me at dianeparhamfitness@gmail.com. All of that can be found on the Facebook group, the Facebook description box as well. Or since you're on Facebook, you can message me and I'll send you all the information you need to get into, because I'd love to have you in. And you'll immediately get all the downloads, which is super fun as well. I think it had an extra G in it. I think it had an extra G in the link. Sorry, page. Okay, see, it says page unavailable. Oh, you guys are right. I think it does have an extra G in it. See, thanks. You guys are the best. Let's see, aging. Let me get it for you. For today's. Okay, I'm getting it. I can't talk and type. That makes it even worse. Okay, for today's agingwoman.com. Find out more. Okay, let's see if that one works. Let me know. And then I'll go back and correct it. So anybody else who comes through doesn't get a bad link, because we don't like that either. So let me know if that one worked for you, Kelly Wood and Laura Smith. And if it does, then we'll cut out of here. Someone just let me know if those work, and then we'll bust out of here. Hey, and if you haven't, you're still here. Go mind shift. Yeah. Sylvia, I'm going to see you guys in like 10 minutes inside the midlife mindset shift course. So jump on over to Zoom and I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Yes, it works. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for finding that typo. You guys, I'm the worst with typos. I work on it. I really do try not to have typos, but it just happens. So I just move on and we go from there. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yes, it works. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you, Laura Smith, for typing that as well. I will go back through when I'm done with the Mindset Shift course live, and I'll correct that typo for you guys so you can get in. And always know you can always private message me as well. Okay, I got 191 of you still here. Do me a favor, hit that like button before you jump off. It just, again, we're playing with algorithms here on YouTube and Facebook. The more you guys like stuff, the more you guys are subscribed, the more comments you leave, the more you share things, it helps me get this message out to more people. And I truly believe the more women we have showing up, looking and feeling their best, and doing that in their most authentic way is the best way to pay this kind of information forward. Because I do believe we are the subgroup of our society that are going to really change things for the better, for the future, and for those that are coming up behind us. I think we're the ones that are going to do that. And I hope you feel that way too. So the more we like, the more we share, the more the things, then the more information we get out. Lori, so good to have you. Be blessed yourself, my friend, and we'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye.